This is Lola Lee T. Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. So Big Lex from Baddies USA, well, she was on live speaking about episode 2 of the show. She said Chrisean was gaslighting her. She says Chrisean was antagonizing her to say something. And she didn't feel that she should have to tussle with Tesehki when she didn't agree with what Summer was saying regarding, Tesehki and Chrisean's situation. And she felt that it was family business. And she was feeling like Chrisean wanted her to fight Tesehki. So just in case you guys missed it, Chrisean didn't feel that Lex and Dolly had Summer's back. And she was saying that Lex didn't jump in to help Summer when she was getting her face slapped with Tesehki. Okay. So Lex was saying that she felt Chrisean was being phony with her, taking her kindness for weakness. And she feels Chrisean was not clear when she said, here's the floor. She feels that what Chrisean meant was, here is the floor to talk, not here is the floor, let's tussle. She made it clear she does not fight for people, especially if it's one-on-one. If it's one-on-one, she'll leave it. But if someone's friend jumps in, she'll jump in just to make it equal. She was saying that she lets her friends fight for themselves with whomever they have their issues with. So guys, listen to this.
Chrisean started to, mind you guys, I'm telling you guys what happened in real life. Okay, this is clipped a certain way. This is what happened in real life. So Chrisean she was talking to Tommy, but she was talking in a way that like she wanted me to hear. So when I finally spoke up and said like, what you mean, and I started speaking up, she kept brushing me off like, see man, you just want a moment, like she was like gaslighting me, or she was like antagonizing me she was saying certain things to make me say something, and then when I finally said something, she would make it seem like I was doing too much, or like I wanted attention, or I wanted clout, or this and that. And then we did have a conversation, and Rolly was vouching and said we had a whole conversation. I already told Summer I don't agree with what you're doing, so why am I supposed to get in the middle or fight Tesehki because of something that Summer said when I already told Summer I don't agree with what you said about it? That is in between two sisters and Chrisean, and you making it seem like you wanted us to jump your sister. What do you mean we let her fight Tesehki by herself? That's Summer's own issue with Tesehki. What do you mean? Talking about we jump. I've never blatantly just jumped somebody. Y'all keep saying this about Scotty. Oh, I jumped Scotty, We bum rushed Scotty, and we attempted to, it was a whole brawl. It was me, Summer, Dolly, Anna, Jayla, and then Tesehki was trying to get to Dolly. It was a whole brawl, period, point blank. And if y'all know, now y'all know, I've never laid my hands on Scotty because I could never get my hands on Scotty. At that point in time, I could never get my hands on Scotty. So therefore, I never actually put my hands on Scotty. But y'all confusing that with calling me a jumper. Like I just jump, like I just see my girls fight and I just jump in. No, that's not me. And I've never been that. I've always said I'm going to have their back. When it's 2 against 1, I'm going to have my bitches back. And I always have. This was a one-on-one fight. And the difference is, if it was anybody else, if she said what she said to Mariah, to Cold Killer, or anybody that she's fought previously, it wouldn't be an issue. But because it's Tesehki, now everyone's looking at me like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? Do y'all remember first episode in Africa when they were fighting over a name? I never got involved in that. All I said was I have their back if somebody jumps. That's it. And I still had Summer's back. Period, point blank. I was trying to do as much as I could as far as, you feel me? I knew that they still had an issue between each other, but I was still trying to like low-key diffuse it. You feel me? It wasn't all like that. It didn't get super, super crazy. So you talking about we let her fight your sister by herself. What did you want us to do? Because if it was anybody else, nobody would have had anything to say. But because of who it is, people are switching certain things and having double standards and having certain things for certain people based on who it is. Said, why am I talking so directly? She's talking to everybody. You're talking to one specific person about us. You're not talking about everybody and as a whole. You're talking about us. So since you're not going to be direct and not going to say what you said to Tommy directly to me, I'm going to directly say what I have to say directly to the person who said it, and that was you, Chrisean. If you had something to say, or the same way that you was talking to Tommy about, oh, they just let her fight my sister by herself, why didn't you say that to us? Why didn't you say that to the person that you meant it for? Why are you speaking to Tommy about that? What do Tommy have to do anything, girl? You should have been more direct. That's number one. You should have been more direct. Talking about, why are you talking so direct to me? I'm talking as everyone as a whole. Oh, now you're talking to everyone as a whole? Now you're talking to everyone as a whole? But you was just directing it towards me when I was just hearing, I was hearing her, and I let her go on, and then finally I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna speak up. And then all of a sudden, now it's, oh, I'm talking to everyone as a whole. Girl, bye. Girl, goodbye. She said, here's the floor. This is where I'm calling flaw. This is what I'm going to call flaw, 100%. Because Chrisean, don't sit here and fake. Chrisean kept saying, here's the floor the whole night. As in, you want to talk, here's the floor, here's the floor. Chrisean did not mean, here's the floor, like get up and do something. I was sitting comfortably in my chair just like this, talking to you. I didn't have to get up because nobody was on nothing. I didn't have to get up. I sat in my chair and I said what I had to say comfortably. And you talking about here's the floor. And then in this live, she talking about, you heard me say here's the floor. She didn't do nothing. She didn't have an issue. She didn't want this issue. Babe, first of all, there was no issue to really want. But don't ever try to make it seem like I didn't want that with you, or I was trying to avoid an issue with you. You're the one who said you didn't want to fight, y'all. Me and Chrisean went at it. We argued a couple times, and she always said, I'm not finna fight nobody. I'm not finna fight nobody. I'm not finna fight nobody. Okay, cool. So I respected it. You don't want to fight nobody. All right, so I'm not even gonna get on that type of time with you because you don't want to fight nobody. But don't take my kindness for weakness. Like you talking about here's the floor. That was not her intent. When she was saying here's the floor, she did not mean it as stand up in a fighting way. She did not mean it like that. She meant it as here's the floor to talk. Like, since you want to have a moment, that's what she kept saying. I want a moment, this and that. She was antagonizing me to say something. And when I finally said something, she's like, see, you want a moment. Here's the floor. Just go ahead. Here's the floor. Talk. That's how she meant it. So on her live, she said, I said, here's the floor. She didn't get up and do nothing. You didn't mean it like that, Chrisean. You know you didn't mean it like that. Because the next day, Chrisean see me off camera before we even started filming and tried to hug me. And I'm stiff on her like, what you trying to hug? She's like, Lex, I don't have no issue with you. Like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I never spoke to Chrisean first. I never spoke to Chrisean first. Chrisean has always spoke to me first. And she always, like, I respect where she's at in life as far as like her spirituality and stuff like that. But don't get it like you saying this and that and you try to hug me the next day. But you talking about on live that when you said here's the floor, I didn't get up or do nothing. Hold on.
Did she get up? Did she say what I said? I said she had the floor. Did she get up? Did she press the issue? No, so why do I gotta do something?
It was no issue to press, but you said here's the floor as in go ahead and speak, not here's the floor as in fight. You didn't mean it like that because you've been preaching all your whole time that you don't want to fight nobody. So therefore I respected that. But it wasn't nothing to fight for. But come on now. Y'all think I'm scary? Y'all really think, come on now. No, but this is my whole thing though. If you had something to say about me, you should say it to me, directly to me. Don't say it to somebody else just so I can hear. Say it to me. Because soon as I call her saying anything, what you say, Chrisean? And then we went from there. What is that at first? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. They have an issue that they created within themselves. I'm standing behind Summer to make sure she doesn't get jumped. And I was standing there and I was trying to de-escalate and I was trying not to, you feel me, do too much. I was just standing there, you know, I was trying to calm things down. I was trying to be, you know, do what I could do for my friend, even though she was initially wrong, but I still was standing by her and still was trying to, like, you what, feel me, at least somewhat. At least I did something. At least I tried to, you feel me? What do y'all like? I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not a bodyguard. And I'm not about to just blatantly take nobody's fade or fight for them because they can't fight or because they're going up against somebody that can fight. I'm not just blatantly doing that. Y'all say I fought Tavy for Dolly. Never did. I was gonna fight Tavy a second time. It just so happened Dolly's eye was messed up and she wanted to fight Dolly. But girl, I still was going to fight you the second day. Whether Dolly's eye was messed up or not, I still was going to fight you. It just, Dolly's eye was messed up and Tavy didn't really want to fight me. She wanted to fight Dolly. But I was going to get that a second time anyway. Then y'all talking about in London, Fauna. I didn't fight Fauna for Dolly. Fauna wasn't calling Dolly out and Dolly said, no, I don't want to fight. And then I said, you know what? Well, I'm going to step up. No, I fought Fauna because I wanted to fight Fauna. Not for Dolly. It wasn't for anybody. Dolly's hand was messed up. I was mad. I'm like, you know what? I want to fight just because. It was no reason behind it. It was because I wanted to. Because I wanted to. It's a difference. It's a difference if Fauna was calling out Dolly and Dolly was like, no, my hand's messed up. And then I jumped in and said, well, you know what? Since she can't take the fade, I am. The situation was done after Dolly and Fauna fought the first time. The situation was done. I didn't have to fight Fauna a second time. I didn't have to fight Fauna after her and Dolly fought, but I did because I wanted to, not because of anybody else. So y'all keep saying I fight for people, I do this, I do that. No, I let my people handle their one-on-ones with whoever they have their issue with. The minute somebody jumps in, that's when I come in as a friend. I've always said that. I've always stood on that, and that's what it is. So all of this, we just let her get pounded on by my sister. If it was anybody else fighting Summer, it would have been different. But because it's Tesehki now things change. Now it's this and that. Like, no, and plus me and Tesehki, I've always liked Tesehki. I've never had an issue with Tesehki. A lot of the girls that I had an issue with, Tavy, Fauna, Scotty, those are people that I've already had issues with. I've already had issues with them on my own. And you feel me? I've always liked Tesehki. And like I said, I didn't agree. So however y'all want to take that, whatever, I didn't agree with what the fuck Summer said, how she was going about it. I didn't agree. Simple. So I'm not gonna stick up, and I'm not gonna. So you gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to handle that.
All right, you heard what Lex had to say. How do you guys feel about her saying that Chrisean was gaslighting her? And what about her saying Chrisean was antagonizing her to say something? What do y'all feel about her not jumping in to help Summer? And I mean, like, I'm not really surprised that she didn't jump in. I mean, if I were her, I wouldn't want to go up against Tesehki myself. But she is coming across a little scary when it comes to Tesehki. I mean, even today in Tesehki's live, Tesehki was talking about, cat munchers. From what I understand, Lex is a cat muncher. How does Lex feel about, the things that Tesehki was saying today? Will that change her mind about her? I don't think it will, because I think she's scary. I think she's scared of Tesehki. I mean, the majority of the people that are friends with her on that show are scared of her. And I think they're friends with her because they're scared of her. What do y'all think? And I do agree with Lex that, whatever that's going on between Chrisean and Tesehki, that is family business. I have talked about this on the channel here before. I was not there when whatever went down between Chrisean and Tesehki. So I can't really say if it happened or it didn't happen. Yes, we can have our opinions on it, but at the end of the day, this is family business. Personally, I wish they had kept it off the internet and dealt with it privately as a family, but it is what it is. The damage has already been done, and it is now on the internet, so people are going to have opinions on it. But like I said, I was not there, and I do believe it is family business. So I do hope that eventually these two ladies will seek some sort of therapy so they can resolve it. But I do have to say that if Lex had put her hands on Chrisean, coming from a big family with sisters, doesn't matter what beefs we have, my sisters would have jumped in. So I think Lex knows that if she had touched Chrisean, regardless of what's going on between Tesehki and Chrisean, she probably would have jumped in. What do y'all think? Do you think Tesehki would have jumped in? But guys, definitely let me know your thoughts. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.